Greetings, intellectuals and alternative truth theorists. Today I am going to expose you to some of the dark secrets about extraterrestrials. While we've all heard about some of the famous alien sightings, it is what lies deep within the classified documents of the FBI that are really the most phenomenal. Today we will look at 3 different secrets that the government doesn't want you to know. We will also dismiss some common misconceptions. There are a lot of myths about aliens. There is no doubt that movies and public opinion has affected the accuracy of many extraterrestrial sightings, but what most people don't know is that most encounters often go unrecorded or even unnoticed. There have been many times where there has been an attempt to record an encounter with something like a cellular phone, but what most people don't realize is that if you actually did make contact with a being from another world, that they would be able to jam any sort of technological data that you would try to document. Extraterrestrial beings have been proven to be very cunning, and they wouldn't sacrifice their ability to be safe by allowing us, fragile humans, to expose them to the public. If you ever encounter a being from another planet, you are out of luck with recording it. That is, unless you have a film camera or something that relies on technology predating 1983. Another misconception about extraterrestrials is that they are 3 foot tall, or maybe even 2 foot tall. Aliens are actually been proven to be much taller. Here we spoke with xenoarchaeologist Narendra Modi, where he elaborates on his findings from over 40 years in the field. Narendra, how tall are aliens? About 6 foot tall. A myth that has been perpetuated in the mainstream media is the myth of alien abductions. While you may have seen the frightening scene portrayed in Hollywood, an abduction by otherworldly souls has never happened. Much like attempting to document extraterrestrials by recording them with your phone or video camera, aliens would not be stupid enough to leave a trace for humans to expose their scheme. Here we hear from xenopsychologist Jaspreet Agate detailing the results from his experience studying countless extraterrestrial beings. When asked about aliens' abductions, he responded with this. An alien abduction has never happened. I have been in contact with several beings from different planets across our galaxy, and each of them follow a pact of non-invasive procedures. Every alien I have met has been a very nice guy, and would never do that to someone. I once met one named who told me about the time when he was hanging out with other aliens, enjoying watching the sunrise from the outer layers of Jupiter, when one of the aliens started getting rowdy. He told me that because of a pact that all the aliens had agreed upon, they had to terminate the individual's contract right then, and send him back to their home planet. What a bummer. Can you imagine chilling with your alien pals on the surface of Jupiter when all of a sudden apparently you had 1 too many beers or whatever the equivalent for aliens is, and your friends deport you back home? That would suck. They were just devoted to the mission, and one irresponsible move could have jeopardized the whole thing. I mean, I understand why they chose to do that, but it must suck for him. I mean, really. Next we have Ahmed Qureshi speaking on Pakistan TV about his experience with extraterrestrial objects. Officials from the broadcast tell us that Ahmed went off the script after tricking the producers that he was on the show to promote his new show. Here is what he had to say. Aliens do exist. I saw one with my own eyes. Ever since retiring from my private business that I own, I have retreated to a remote villa far from Islamabad. One night, my slumber ended abruptly. I looked outside the window to see purple lights casted onto the wheat fields about half a mile from my house. After I got out of bed, me and my brother, who was staying with me at the time because he was going through a divorce with his wife and needed a place to stay, she had kicked him out, rode our bikes over to get a closer look at the light. Once we arrived, we noticed a green orb within the trees. After we rode over to the trees, we noticed a being near the pond to the north of the field. After we rode our bikes over to the being, We saw something very strange. We walked over to the being and said, "Hello," to which he said, "Hello," back. Me and my brother asked him several questions, and he didn't respond to any of them. He did seem very interested in what we had to say. He just must have been busy or something, because after we stopped asking him questions, he walked away and got into his orb. Once he got into his orb, the orb flew away. So I've seen beings that must belong to another culture or planet or something. Well, I think that these stories speak for themselves. There's a lot of information about extraterrestrials out there. You just need to have the right connections to be able to get access to this information yourself. The true verdict about alien encounters is something that will be a mystery for billions of years. But the proof is in the pudding that aliens do exist, and they have been to Earth, and they are nice. Well, thanks for watching, and be sure to give a like and subscribe for more information about aliens and other hidden secrets.